Hello and welcome to the Slippy Limpets video. Today, or these next few days, we're going to be doing something a little bit different for the channel. But as you can see, we've got the kayak and I've also got a hammock. And the idea is that we're going to find somewhere to make a base camp with the hammock and maybe get a bit of fishing in. Brought a stove, got a fillet and knife, so hopefully we're going to be doing some sort of catch and cook or foraging or anything really. Just got 2 nights and 3 days. It's going to be dark in 3 hours, so basically in a little bit of a hurry to find somewhere to fish, and also more importantly find somewhere to set my hammock up. Had a quick look on the maps and I think I've got an idea of somewhere, one location where there might be some trees. It's pretty essential when you're camping with a hammock. But hopefully it'll be a good spot. It's about two or 3 miles away from where I've just parked the car. Got to get the kayak in the water, down to the water, because it's tide's quite a way out. Loaded up with all my food and water and fishing equipment and camping equipment, and then paddle for a couple of miles. I'm going to put this away now, get packed up so I can get there before darkness. Well, there she is. Fully loaded. Ready for 3 days. Oh, gosh, close. We're away. She's a little low in the water, especially on the bow. I think I've got a bit too much weight in the front. But here we go. 3 days away. See you later, civilization. Hello, relaxation, peace and quiet. Well, that looks like my spot just there. That nice little opening in the trees looks canny. Head over there now. Right, that's a kayak out, unloaded. It's a beauty with a tackle pod and a kilogram battery in there. Let's get this stuff up the beach and see what the campsite's like. Well, this looks like a perfect spot here. Got a good trees. Ground's not flat, but that's the beauty of hammock camping. It doesn't need to be flat at all. I can't see anybody else at all. The other thing is there's quite a bit of dead wood standing here, so might actually get a bit of a fire going on the beach there. Just had to carry my kayak up the beach a bit more. The tide's honking in. Definitely don't want that sailing away, but yeah, let's get set up now. I'll show you what I've got. The bag of justice here. It's my sleeping bag. Temperatures, it's about 12 degrees at the moment, but it's due to drop to 5. It's August, it's going to be 5 degrees, so I've brought quite a thick sleeping bag. And that's my tarp there. Cedar Summit Escapist 15D, very small and nice and light, and the hammock is all, you know, it's nice and compact as well. Somewhere, yeah, got my pegs. Again, Cedar Summit, these are absolutely indestructible. I'm going to set this tarp up. Up a bit in between these 2 trees here. Actually, I'm going to put my hammock up first. It's not raining or anything, so it'll be easier for you guys to see as well. So in one end, this end contains the straps. No, I'm wrong, that's the tarp in the hammock end. This end contains the straps. We've got built-in kind of tree protectors on there, so no, I'm no expert at this, mind. This is only the third time I'm going to use the hammock. Right, so that's the straps up, and all I do is find this end. That just clips in like that. I'll show you this in a bit. Take this end out. Attached, and then this just peels back like so. Pops back into its little stuff sack. Genius. It's just got these little clips that attach in, and then you can just pull it tight. Woo. And time and get the tarp up. Pegs for the other side, and that's the windbreak sorted. Awesome. Brilliant thing about this tarp is that each of the corners got a little hitch lock on like that, so you can adjust it once it's up. Yeah, that looks good. I'm going to get my paracord, attach it to this tree here, and then have a long guy line. Yes, looking good. That'll do for the moment, I think. Check it out. Ideally I'd have a stick here. So what I've done is I've just stuck a stick in here and pegged it in, and that's just to help stop it flapping. When it comes to sleeping tonight, I'm going to bring this down anyway, just to help give us a bit more shelter. Don't need it up like that, it's just for the moment while I'm getting all my kit sorted out. Next thing's the airbed. These are ingenious, these airbeds. Got my pillow as well. But use this sack Yeah, ordinarily it would take ages to blow one of these things up, especially for a smoker. I don't have the lung capacity. But with these, this little dry bag turns into a pump. It just takes 3 of these, and this is actually a double-sided airbed as well, so if I puncture one side then the other side stays up. Top it up with by mouth there. We've even got a little one-way valve so I can just adjust the get the right firmness. There we go, sorted. This particular sleep mat's insulated as well, so it's got some thermalite insulation in it. Again, because it's going to be chilly, so I'd bring out the winter product. Get that in there. Apparently when you sleep in a hammock, you want to be diagonal. And the last thing's a pillow. Again, this is insulated. It's got a lovely soft soft material on the outside. Helps catch my drool. All I'm doing is putting a tiny little bit of air into this bag and lifting it up at the same time, and it fills itself up. There we go. Nice big inflatable cushion. Get all my stuff sacks and put them into one place so I don't want to lose anything. This, by the way, is called an outhouse, and this is probably my favourite piece of kit. I'll explain that in the morning. So this sleeping bag is comfort at 2 degrees, so it's just, well, comfort at 2, lower at -4 and extreme at -21. Extreme means you're probably likely to die, so thankfully it's not that cold. But then, to make things a little bit more luxurious, I've actually got a silk sleeping bag liner as well. It's a good little sleeping bag this, or it's quite big anyway, but it folds out into a full blanket. Just going to put that in there. And that, my friends, is a very comfortable night's sleep. So I've got the airbed, nice warm sleeping bag, and a silk liner in there as well. Now I'm going to go and rescue my kayak before it floats away. So I'm all set up now. Sun's just going down. It feels good to have my camp set up. I think what I'm going to do is go out and chuck a few lures off the shore just before sunset, but as the sun goes down. Might go back out on the yak after dark. I'm not sure yet. It's now 8:15. The temperature's dropping as well, so I brought a sandwich with us. I'm going to have that to eat and some water because I'm absolutely parched at the moment. And yeah, let's go and chuck some lures around and see if there's any fish lurking around. Don't care what I catch. Mackerel, herring, pollock, bass if I'm really lucky, sea trout, I don't know. Let's just go and see if there's anything about in the water, eh? Look at that for a sunset. Hatch 125 in hollow bait colour. Something little having a go there. Waked after it. I think I'm going to try the vulture. It's got a solid body. This one's a bit battered, but it kind of just sits below the surface a little bit, so it's almost like a subsurface, but still creates a good wake. So I didn't get any fish, unfortunately. Stuck it out until just after dark, just when the high tide came around. Thought I would come back, try and set a little fire, which I managed to do. Found some dead wood standing, but it's a bit rotten. Got some driftwood. Took us about half an hour, I must admit, because there's nothing dry, no kindling or tinder even. I succeeded, and I've got myself a nice craft ale, Beavertown Lupaloid, which is a good strong one at 7.2%, so nice and enjoyable. It is 5 degrees, so I've put on some warm soft shell pants and a nice thick insulated jacket. The weather tomorrow is much better than today. It's there's no wind really to speak of. Fishy incoming tide a bit, and then at high tide head out in the kayak. Hopefully get in amongst the fish. If I get some mackerel, I might bring one home and see if I can get another fire going and cook it on the open fire. We'll see how it goes anyway. The purpose of today was just to kind of get ready, basically, get my base camp set up, get used to the area. In the morning, high tide's at about 10, so I think I'm going to let this fire burn down because it's nice and warm and it's a bit of company. It's actually really nice here. You can't hear any cars or planes or anything. All I've got's like the sound of the wood crackling, the odd crash from a deer behind us, and then the sound of the water on the shoreline, and it's bliss, believe me. So yeah, happy days. Oh, that's gonna work nicely. Gotta love hammock life. Night night, everyone. Weird noise. Sounds like half a dog bark. Oh, that's pretty well. Not the best. There's some strange noises going on. There's not much wind. It's 7:05. Tide's on the way in. Oh, glorious. But I'm gonna go and throw some blows around. Bad news is that the water is still absolutely manky. Good news is though, so I've got a kayak and try and find some clean water. Just going to chuck these around for half an hour, 40 minutes because it looks so inviting. Then I'm going to get some coffee on the go and some breakfast. Stable myself up. pollock came right from the depths and grabbed my lure right on the surface there. Well, first fish. It's a little one. But it's a fish. It's almost like a sea trout on the top. Look at the specks and the colour of it. Get in. First fish. Ran out of the ever already. There we go. Lovely little bass of probably about £1.5 pounds. Either way. Get in. It's 2 species in 5 minutes. Feels like it might be a nice day despite the colour of the water. Just I'm fishing between points here. And I'm trolling, I think it's a Wagasaki coloured Nabarone, IMA Nabarone. Sits about maybe a foot under the water as I'm trolling. Quite pale for this colour of water, but it makes a load of racket, so that bass obviously liked it. Let's keep moving. Well, nothing here. The ground looked really fishy. There's even a load of bait as well, but nothing doing. I'm going to carry on to the next point. I'm going to go for some speed. I'm not going to bother trolling. Fish on. Alright, get up. Must be a pollock. Try to go to the ground and then he's given up. Oh, yes, it's a wrasse! Yes, it's a wrasse! I never catch wrasse. Oh, bugger. Well, you'll have to believe it was a wrasse. So that's 3 species today: wrasse, bass and pollock. No mackerel. Maybe my hooks are too big. Still, I thought I would have seen one by now, to be honest. This lure's so light it won't even take line. Oh, it doesn't matter though. Something came and got it. of a pollock. Probably the biggest one of the day. That's a bit better. Only a little bit though. It's still sitting mid-water. I wonder if they're not pollock. Come here. Oh, he's off. You can feel them hitting it on the way down. He's definitely on the fish that are showing up on the sonar. Whoa, that's better. Now he knows he's hooked. A little bit of line there. Not massive, but still a welcome fish. I'm fishing in 6 meters of water. You can see how close I am to this rock. Reset that little drift. Doesn't seem right, but it's actually only 12:30, which means I've been underwater for 2.5 hours. The weather's changing a bit though. Quite a lot. We're getting a wind over tide situation, so I'm going to have a quick bite to eat. I'm going to pull up on the shore here, have a quick bite to eat and stick my carg on because it's got pretty damn cold pretty quickly. It's been a canny morning so far though. Caught a couple of, one bass and a wrasse and a load of pollock, so been enjoying it. Not the biggest fish in the world, but doesn't matter. That's not why we're here. This is just for the fun of it, really. Oh, he smashed that. The assist hook worked that time. An orange one. We're in 17 metres of water here, but it's just plateaued. There's absolutely no structure, and it actually looks like sand on the sonar. Feels like sand when my lure's hitting down. Seeing the odd thing that looks like a fish, but it's really not really getting any bites or anything. Metal definitely does get the smallest fish, that's for sure. And wrasse, of course. If only I had a net. Just hooked under the gills there. Ooh. Hey, check that out. He is fat. It's not that long, but I'll maybe 5 and a bit pounds. Oh, lush. And away he goes. Awesome. That has made my day. I'm in 2 meters of water here, and I literally just cast right at the edge of a rock where there's tide coming through. He hit it first go, just heard a big sploosh. Didn't really see the smash, and then the second one, and my lure just disappeared. I didn't really feel any tension, and then yeah, then he kicked off. Jesus Christ, did you see that? Oh, I was just reeling my lure in and he... Oh, I think I spooked that one. Oh, it seemed like a good fish. I was just sitting side saddle. feeling a bit jaded, to be honest. I've probably not had enough water and been outside for so long. Well, I've been, it's 4 o'clock now, and I've been on the go for 6 hours or so. Feeling pretty knackered, to be honest. It's been about 2 hours, I think, since I had a last fish. But then I've just been sort of primarily focusing on trying to catch another bass. But after that swirl, I've had nothing, no interest at all. So I'm feeling pretty knackered. Been sat down all day is doing my back end. So what I'm thinking is paddle back, fish the points, hopefully pick up a mackerel or two on the way back, maybe cook some dinner, and then possibly fish from the shore later. I've actually got a float with us, and I might just plonk myself on a rock and float the night away, as it were. But that's all dependent on whether I can find any mackerel for bait or some other bait fish. Drifting nicely back the way I need to go, so I'm actually not even paddling now, and I'll be home in a couple of hours. So I'm hoping all my stuff's still there. I hope no one's fucked off with it. But anyway, I'm going to fish this next point and hopefully try and find some mackerel on the fish finder and get some dinner. It's been cracking so far. Really enjoyed the day. Gonna sleep well tonight, that's for sure. Oh, it's off. Is it? Oh, you little bugger. Might end up live baiting one of these. First fish in 3 hours. They're mental, the pollock around here. They just come from mid-water. That one must have come miles up as I was winding in there. Better pollock. That's it. Strong, these little pollock. You can see how much it bent my rod with that little thing. Ooh, that looks like a mackerel. Could this actually be a better one? Just scrapping a bit more. Yeah. Almost on size. Getting bigger though. Only like pollock, but I'll take one today. Took it on the way up. Oh, oh, bass! Hey! It's a shame it's not big enough. Pass on the jig. Well done. Would have had a bass as well if it was 44 centimetres. Don't always eat them, but desperate times, eh? Just having a look at the ground around here and my sonar for later. Do decide to go float fishing. There's a couple of good little perches up there. I'm just having a look now to see the depth and what the structure's like. It's 10 to 6. I'm back pretty much at my my camp, and no mackerel. It's a good job I got pot noodle. So I'm going to paddle around beach, take my stuff up to the tent, hammock. Hopefully it's all still there, and probably I'll have to see how much water I've got left. I've drank my 1.5 litres today, but maybe have a cup of coffee, pick myself up for later. But I need to find some limpets or something to use as bait, because there's very little around here. There's just barnacles. Can't see many limpets. It's going to be a bit of a problem if we want to float fish. Don't really have any food that I can use. We'll try and find something. Could always turn over some rocks and try and find some crabs as well, I guess. Right, let's get round back onto the beach and get this this baby beached. Cheers. Deserve this after a long day, and a long couple of days actually, feels like. It's been a cracking day despite the long paddling, lots of paddling and the big gaps between fish, but caught what, 3 species? Bass, pollock, wrasse, quite a nice bass as well. Pollock weren't great, really gutted about the mackerel. Devastated in fact. That I don't know where they are. How can there not be any mackerel here when there's bass, pollock and wrasse? And I don't know, anyway. Got another cracking sunset to wind the night down, or the day down. I've just spent a bit of time picking up some firewood, trying to find some kindling, something dry that isn't rotten or damp, or is burnable, and some tinder, which is more important because I really struggled with tinder yesterday. I've done that. I've readjusted my tarp so it's a bit taller, so I got changed out of my damp kayak and stuff, put my nice comfy clothes on, nice and warm, toweled off a bit, and then carried the kayak up the shore. I was down there, I saw a swirl in the water. I had to pick my rod up, of course, and had a good little 20 minutes chucking the baby patch around. Had 2 hits, lost 1, spooked another. So not a bad little half hour. So I was going to go float fishing for the evening, but it's 8 o'clock now and the sun's going to be down in half an hour. It's going to be dark and I'm not going to be able to see the float, I guess. So I'm just going to cook my pot noodles, which was my backup food in case I didn't get any fish to eat. In retrospect, I probably should have kept, oh, there's the sun going there. Probably should have kept, not the bass, because it was too nice a bass to keep, in my opinion. Maybe one with a pollock, but in all honesty, I just don't like eating pollock. I don't like the taste or something, but I'd forgotten, the midgies are out now. No breeze like there was last night. I'd forgotten that I actually brought some chili sauce, or Cholula sauce with us, which is, if anyone hasn't had it, spot on with everything. Even have it in my scrambled eggs in the morning. Oh, scrambled eggs. Anyway, so I'm gonna cook up my pot noodles. I've got all my gubbins on charge here for tomorrow, and I'm going to sup my beer and probably truck some lows around after darkness. Need to do something about these midgies though. No wind at all. So a fire is going to be pretty imperative, I think. Still don't understand the lack of mackerel. I don't know whether it's the dirty water or... I mean, there's no birds diving, there's no gannets. There's definitely bait fish about. I don't know what they are, obviously. With the dirty water you cannot see them. But yeah, really surprised that there's no mackerel. I've been frying a lovely fillet up now with chili sauce on. But instead I'm not. I'm going to be eating some chicken ramen noodles. I chose these ones because they got 320 calories, which was the most out of any of the pot noodles on the shelf. And I've also got some kabuto noodles, 309 calories. So the idea was that if I did get a fish, then I could add a bit of flavour and whatever to this. Surf and turf, it's beef flavour. That'll be canny. But I'm going to get the stove on. Use up the last of my water, I guess, to cook these up, and yeah, watch the rest of the sunset, and then wait for darkness. Wait for the hopefully for the big fish to turn up. I don't know. Oh, I'm gonna stop fishing. I'm too tired. Finally. So it's just taken me an hour to pretty much get this little thing going. There's loads of wood around, but it's all rotten. Either that or it's driftwood. Driftwood just doesn't burn very well, even if it's dry. Something about the carbon's been leached from it, or something along those lines I seem to remember hearing. Aye, this little thing's going well now. I went fishing for a couple of hours, didn't get anything. You know, the conditions are, it's not a breath of wind barely, just the way it is, I guess. But it doesn't matter now, because I pretty much got fished out, to be honest. Been fishing for so long today that I couldn't do any more, so I thought I'd come back, rehydrate and warm up on the fire, then have an early night and get on it tomorrow. Not sure what I'm going to do yet. I might go somewhere else, I don't know. I'll see what the day's like. Forecast's pretty good, so yeah, hopefully I get a good night's kip in the hammock, and then and then we're raring to go tomorrow. We'll get some more fish. Night. Good morning. So I've just been easy outhouse there. Last night I slept really well, apart from deer. There was a stag or something, it was going mental. Just kept calling out, which is fine. But I didn't realise it snorted so much. It sounded like an orc deer or something like that. But and it was just reverberating around, so I was falling off to sleep, and then orc deer would come along and wake us up again in a few minutes. But I guess that's the pain of sleeping in the wild, I guess. So today, tide's out, it's on its way in. I'm not sure where I'm going to fish yet. It's actually 8:35. The orc deer stopped calling out early doors, and after I woke up for the sunset and all the birds singing, I had another quick kip and woke up at about 7:30. I've just kind of used the outhouse and tidied some stuff up. There was a large, I don't know, looked like some sort of galleon or something pulled up in the bay last night, and had its diesel generators going as well, which wasn't pleasant over the silence of the area. Anyway, that's enough moaning. Glorious day. It's my last day. That was my second night. I'm still undecided on what to do today. Water's my problem. I would hang around if I had loads of it, but I'm gonna make my coffee. I'm probably gonna forego breakfast and just have some sort of have a protein bar or something like that. But I brought 5 litres of water with me for 2.5 days, and I had 1.5 litres yesterday while I was out in the kayak, and my 4 litre pouch is pretty much empty now, and it's probably because I've had 2 pot noodles and some porridge, so probably just keep the rest of this water and that'll do us for the day. Anyway, I'm going to make my coffee, then I'll speak some more sense and catch up then. I mentioned this yesterday. Another fantastic invention for when you're wild camping is it's called the Sea to Summit outhouse, and as the name suggests, it holds your toilet roll. Now when you're squatting, it means that you can put that around your neck and your toilet roll's at hand. There's no like putting it down or anything, so if it's raining or you're in a damp area, then your toilet roll stays nice and dry on here. And it's even got a little bar, so the toilet roll comes out like that. Brilliant. Obviously it's a dry bag as well. So it means that no matter what happens, I've always got some bog roll. There we go. So the way that I've found that works well is to take the tarp off first, and then it's much easier to get the stuff out of my hammock and work around the area. Job done. Another one. There's a pillow. It's big, but I'm a firm believer if you have a good night's sleep, then you're ready for anything the next day. Doesn't weigh very much, so it's really light. got majorly choppy, so the paddle back's going to be fun. Doesn't feel very big at all on this rod. Oh, he's going for it. Come here, little fella. It's these little ones you need to watch out for. They don't have spike yet. And they're flapping around, and all the spikes are much closer together. Oh, cool, lures out. There's a little beauty. Doesn't feel very big at all on this rod. Oh, he's going for it. It's these little ones you need to watch out for. They don't have spike yet. And they're flapping around, and all the spikes are much closer together. Oh, cool, lures out. There's a little beauty. This swell's good fun with all my extra weight in the kayak. Scupper's where I wanted to fish as well, actually, on my way back. So looks like if I catch one on this trawl here, then that little schoolie is going to be my only fish for the day. Well, that's me all loaded up, and unfortunately that marks the end of the trip. It's been great fun, really enjoyed it, enjoyed bringing you along with us, and if you've enjoyed it as well, please hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell underneath just so you know when I post in my next video. Tell your mates about the channel please, it helps it grow massively, and until the next time, tight lines.